the unfortunate fencing mishap in the scene previous, the part of Robert Keyes will be played the remainder of this evening by the assistant stage manager, Morris White.
I am not afraid to die. 'Tis the last day of January. 'Tis the last day of Robert Keyes. This year of our Lord, 1606, I say, our Lord, I say it though, our goodly king would have otherwise. He would have had that one Lord is reserved for the Protestants and another for Catholics. Thus I stand before you. I am calm, trembling not, assured in my faith, though I wear this adornment around my neck. Yeah, at ease, even as I know that after I am hung, but not killed, my privates are to be torn asunder and burnt as sinners in front of me. There shall be a different fire in my privates in the fire they previously known, but I am not afraid. Indeed, I see the fire already burning, the fire that shall charm my privates, my privates which by decree shall henceforth be made public, and that organ I hold most dear and have held most dear for all my days, henceforth shall no longer be my privates, but my publics. So I find it so unbefitting a so-called Christian nation to publicize I'm a Christian's privates and then cut them down to a black powdery ash. And verily, I stand here with mind serene, even though I know that those flames which shall soon be looking at my privates with the most intercourseness are also reserved for my bowels, which are indelicately meant to be ripped from the inside of my body and transplanted to the outside of my body, where I dare say they shall not function as smoothly as they do now. But where was I? Private severed beards and bone, quarters displayed on pikes, dipped in pitch, crews, what? Crowns and kingdoms laid at my feet, where I given the chance to remove the noose and slink away to freedom. But thither I see I am being summoned. Where am I going? Fret not, my faith assures me. Must I leave this earth so soon? My wife, my children, worry not, my faith assures me that the end comes for us all. But we blithely turn away from this most inconvertible of facts, that the end comes for thee, and thee. On your own day and on your own time, you will be standing on the vertebral gibbet, your vertebral privates primed for gross molestation by the vertebral fires beyond. But how many of us can say, as I can say, how many of us can be taken by the black hand of death himself and say, I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Was it her?
She's at the bar.
Oh God, it's way too early. She said midnight. Why is she here?
I don't know. Why does it do anything? She gave me a message for you and told me that by the end of our scene, she'd be gone.
It must be about where to leave them.
Well, her! We won't do it.
If we don't, she'll kill him with a wasting disease, remember? Then we have 5 minutes. What's the message?
It's gonna be hard. You know when I get upset.
You do it on stage. You know you're able to do it. So come on, take a deep breath and tell me. It's important.
I've missed you.
Darling, we don't have long.
How did this happen to us?
Stop. I want to get him to sleep. I couldn't bear to walk away while he's watching me. Where must we leave him?
She told me that the was caused by your appetite.
You were the one who snuck into her garden and got caught. If you had been more careful, we wouldn't be losing our child to a witch.
You were the one craving silver beet. You told me to get it any way that I could.
I didn't say give up our baby to save your skin.
It was my only way out. I wasn't thinking Harry wasn't even born yet. I didn't know how much we would love him.
Let's not waste any more time.
She told me that it's no coincidence that we're doing.
Macbeth.
Shh!
We can't be any more cursed than we already are.
And it's by no chance that there's a
what?
A
child? A child's ghost? Then what else?
She told me to beware of.
What?
That we should never make again.
A pact?
And that if we're going to. Then we have to.
Pay the price if we're going to. I know, Max, you just said that. Don't do this right now.
I can't. I'm trying.
All couriers, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, couriers.
If we're going to steal.
Steal from a witch.
Yes. Then we have to
pay the price. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, no, it's okay, sweetheart. Mommy's here. Go back to sleep. This is the last time I'll ever hold you.
Juliet.
Finish the message!
You know, my life was being threatened. It was my only way out. What would have happened to you if she had killed me?
You had no trouble getting that sentence out.
None of the words were in it.
Well, then let's speak hypotheticals later. I'd like to save his life.
She told me that the next time you want...
Silver beet. For Christ's sake, silver beet!
I can say silver beet. And the next time that you want it, stay out of her...
Will garden make you spontaneously combust? Is the world gonna end?
She said that because you're... would rather... than save his unborn... I pity you.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? You'd rather he die!
He's my... 2. You don't have the sole rights to grief.
Better he died than have to say what really happened. That you save your own life. Crazy to have this affliction out, isn't it?
You've changed.
Yes. I tolerated this for years, 5 years, even found it charming, respected it, covered for you, did everything in my will to help you. And I did all that because I loved you. But if we lose our child, I'll never forgive you. Never.
Loved? You would have rathered I'd let her... Me?
Then take the baby? Well, wouldn't you rather she killed me?
No, Juliet. You're my wife. Harry we've only known for 6 months.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last call. Please take your places for the final scene.
You still haven't told me where we must leave him.
That's when she started mocking me.
So she left out words.
She said that she pitied you for being...
Your wife!
Being greedy! Yes. And that. She said next time. But go... She told me they're in Malcolm's final speech. I've never listened to it because we're done by then.
Well, it sounds like watchful home. She passed us over. Be watchful, but go home. She's not gonna take him.
So we're not gonna leave him back here.
He's safe. We're on.
Please don't be asleep. What was that?
What?
That noise. A creak behind the door.
Probably Mom.
What is she doing up?
Big day tomorrow. Do you really want me to check?
No. It's better to let it be.
You know, I'm not partial to all this wake business, okay? Funerals, that's fine. They have some value. Wakes are just maudlin.
We're the opposite.
I mean, sure. Everybody gets to see each other. It's a frickin' reunion. Did you have some of the ham? She gets pre-cut like that. Little spiral is so clever.
We never see you anymore.
Suddenly, everyone's allergic.
Do you think it was Mom?
Who else would it be? God, I hope I'm allowed to smoke tomorrow. It's bad enough being back in this old room with you.
Do you think people will come?
Can never sleep in this room.
It's raining. It's bad weather.
And it was sudden.
Yeah. Probably not.
Why would they?
We should just get some rest.
I don't sleep much.
Well, why don't you try some relaxation techniques with me? You know, you breathe in for 3 seconds, you hold for 3 seconds, and then you breathe out for 3 seconds. I learned that from somewhere.
Why'd you ever need it?
Just having troubles, I guess.
I sleep 3 hours a night.
I don't believe that.
I mean, there's something about it, this drift, like a boat easing into the water, but you don't know how deep this water is. And God, you got no idea what's under the surface.
But just 3 hours?
Anything could be there when you close your eyes, though.
I remember you sleeping. I've seen you sleep.
I simulate sleep, close my eyes, breathe deeply, and then my body's gotta rest eventually.
Well, how come I've never noticed? We've slept in this room for 15 years together.
You were sleeping.
Oh.
Mom knew.
What?
That I didn't sleep. She asked me once, don't you ever sleep?
And what'd you tell her?
I lied.
So she doesn't know because you lied.
She knew anyways.
Go to sleep, Anne. Or don't. You don't have to simulate sleep, now that I know.
Elle.
What?
Did Dad ever...
What?
I don't know. You know.
No, I don't know.
Yes, Elle, you do know.
How could you ask me that? Why would you ask me that?
He liked you.
He loved both of us.
Elle, he didn't like me the way he liked you.
That's a leap, and it was difficult for him with you. You're accusing someone who can't even defend himself anymore. You know, you weren't the perfect daughter.
And you were.
You're accusing me. You're accusing me. I just can't believe this.
So it never happened. That's
You
fine.
tell me, Anne. Dear, you've been lying awake for 20 years. You tell me.
It was just a question.
Did you see it in some Lifetime TV movie? To explain why I'm fine and you're not? Yet another one of your stories you feel sorry for yourself.
Elle, I don't feel sorry for myself.
It's just some fiction. A memory you created of someone in that doorway.
So it never happened. That's fine. I don't remember anything. Let's just leave it be. Go to sleep, Elle.
Don't you think I would? If I could?
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking, okay? His dying has just messed me up more than I thought. Just go to sleep. Do that stupid breathing thing we were just talking about. In 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Out 2, 3. Come lie down. In 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Out 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's true, where were you?
shaped like a cobra. And that if I took my tail over to India somewhere, the people would follow me down the road and expect me to snake my way out of a basket. Ha growing on your nose, so there. It's not a nipple, she said. It's an extraordinary mole dilly-dub my mama has them too. Well, I took a peep at you. In 10th grade gym class, I sure did. And the only thing I found extraordinary was that you had 3 damn nipples. Anyways, who cares if she and her mama share in common? Freddie Jean is right. It is a cobra neck. Just like my mama's. Why did I have to be her daughter? The one woman in town who goes to a Tupperware party and opinionates we're living on a toxic dump in this town, which is doubling our risk for cancer. Get out or die, she pleaded. Watches their jaws drop to the floor, checks for extra appendages, and then laughs. Then she ditches this death trap to live on a tanker with a musician from Belize. And what about the backlash those opinionated opinions would have on small-minded folks in a small-minded town who wouldn't believe the sky was falling if it fell over their heads? They laugh at you, mama. They put your picture up in the picking staff and someone drew a mustache over your lips. They don't like know-it-alls and opinionators. The only truth telling somebody they want is the one nailed to a cross. They just keep pointing out my arms, feet, saying they're just like yours, praying some truth will come bubbling up from inside through my long snake neck and spill over their shoes. I say, no, I'm one of you. I'm not like her. But they don't care. They just want a reason to post my picture up in the picking staff and draw a mustache over my lips. And oh, how I wish. I do try to opinionate. Your weaved hair is aiding in the rise of self-hatred. But the words won't leave the brain, connect to the voice, and fall from the mouth. I try to telepathy it to him. See? Nothing! It's because I wasn't born to speak something great, and even if I did, not a one jaw would fall flat. At least what you said made them think for one split second. That's why I gotta keep making it harder for them to recognize me in you. Because I don't have the gumption for that honor.
Her body is between herself and herself, and as soon as she feels she's about to fall into her body, she swims. She works fast, food, best fears, and skinnies herself through a door ajar should one appear. To skinny herself, she swims. First year college, chose by water. Micah Cava thinks he could dance, but she's a mile gone. And Pacific, as thin as water in water. What does she study? She studies unbegun. Water and water, and water and water, and water. Girl in wetsuit, teenage girl, ocean swimmer, shell of the sea, interiority, spiral girl, off from work, midnight shift. The curl, study, work, study, and supplement. Long, long muscle crawl. Snot nose gray, shell at your quiet pulse end. Can almost hear the girl. You can abstract. Fire and wave, stare and swim. Fire and wave are third-person worlds. She works and crawls the midnight third. The pool has no dynamic. The river is low in the winter, and all year long she wants to throw her body out from under teeming. Arm over. 20, 29, 22, 23. Nothing against the pier. Rolled under. Saw that until there is nothing left between herself and herself before the door closes behind her. Dark until she wakes. Like kelp at the washed out grate of blatant day. She will not be teamed, no, not ready, yet third. The question that hopefully in her 20s
More moot and we're on from there. Sub curiosity under the no one. No one see.
12 plus 6 at 2 a.m. Swimming shell crushed by Wake's finger. The ocean has her celibacy. You do not take her, you relocate her. The celibacy. Otters are nuns, and as long as she is in the water, she is where her younger was. Spiraling, capturing needs, spending days in the place of exceptions, overlapsing,
Massing parabola.
nattering, capturing images beyond capture. The ocean.
Water tumbles, thumb, knuckle blood, seal skin. She slid her herd of cattle across that madman griddle and raked her nails down the lava source. Still, she smells 18, and 18 smells her, so she glues her body in agitation of tides.
How her body appears, and how bodies appear to her. Cracked, subject and subjecting, trying to pull the fat out of its inner plate. But his tank failed to alkali. There's no volcano.
For 2 years, she never set foot on land and wishes that all 7, either unbegun or done, out from where the unformed gets inside your unformed and messes you all up. So better be same as sameless.
She says says shell is where you are. She makes her break her, relocate her. Her sex is ocean-wide. Then sealskin, you can't do. Her particularity is moon-seeking.
For 2 years, I stopped counting until suddenly I was old. Kiss my neck and taste salt my skin is historical young man. I am coincident with myself. Long muscle crawl, snotness gray.
Shell up pulse, almost here.
You can abstract the sea.
Darling, I'm sorry it had to end this way. I don't understand why you are condemning me to a life of eternal nothingness. You know I cannot be alone. Most men would hold it against you, but I am not most men. Fondly, Justin. Damn. Always something.
Bobby. Got your pizza. Pretty fast, huh?
Yes. Come in.
22 buckaroos. Tipping is optional, but highly appreciated, bud.
Excellent. Let me just find my wallet.
You're one hungry bastard, huh? You ordered a maximum pizza and it's just you.
That's right. I'm all alone.
Oh, jeez. Well, the gig was easy. If it takes more than 15 minutes, then it's a free pizza. But I did it in what, like 9?
Something like that.
You know, most customers, they like to sit there, they stare at their clocks, praying for disaster. 1 minute late and BANG! It's a free pizza for them and a kick in the ass for us. But that's life, huh?
Is 15 minutes usually your problem?
Let's say there have been a few incidents. Some dawdling in front of the van, some failure to cross the street in time because of a certain citizen, mainly in the senior category. But the good news is I never miss on the 15 minutes.
Congrats. Would you like a beverage?
Actually, I would like my money, Bobby boy. You see, I'm on a schedule here and I'm only as good as my last delivery.
Oh, right.
Hey, wait a minute, you're not Bobby.
Of course I am. Look at me.
Then who's this Justin crybaby?
A previous tenant.
Alright, look me in the eyes, pal. If this isn't your pie, then I'm in for a world of trouble.
Relax, it's my pie.
Then tell me what kind it is. And no peeking.
I don't recall it. It was a while ago.
It was exactly 11 minutes and 20 seconds ago. Tell me the pie you ordered. I could cut off your digits and still sleep like a baby.
Pepperoni?
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're not Bobby.
I'm Bobby. I'm Bobby.
The pie, Justin.
No, it's mine now. I paid for it.
Yeah? Well, what about Bobby, huh? The real Bobby. Counting the time, dialing his phone, no pie, and then all of a sudden, I'm one more poor bastard without a job.
Oh, please. I'm sure you won't lose your job over one infraction.
And I'm sure you don't know crap, okay? You see, I can't play loosey-goosey with the rules. My boss, George, he has this one-strike policy, and if I don't meet it, then... See, did you think I was kidding, huh? Hi, George. Righto. I'm on the steps, taking them 3 at a time. I'm almost there. I still got about a few more minutes. Over. This is 391 26th, right?
That's right.
Okay, well then, I'm in the right place, except you're not Bobby.
This is 26th Street. There's also 26th Avenue.
What?
And a 26th Place.
That's insane.
That's Queens.
I gotta go.
No, please, say, please. I have this condition. The world is a dark, endless void. And I try to gasp for breath, but I just can't. So I just flop to the floor, trying to gasp for a breath, and it's just too much to bear. Too much without someone, anyone, even a stranger, even you. So maybe I can get through one more day and be happy.
You're kind of needy, Justin.
I get that a lot. Please stay.
Or what?
Or this pizza takes a dive.
Whoa, time out! Hold your horses there, partner. I can't deliver a wounded pie.
I'm trying to save my life here.
Yeah? Well, I'm trying to save my job.
I'm pretty sure my life is more important than your job.
You don't know the first thing about my job, okay? You see, I have seniority over half the staff. Things go all right in the next 3 months, then I'll be answering the phone calls. But right now, you see, I'm kind of running out of time, so can you give me the pizza?
No.
All right, I see how you're gonna play this. If you don't give me the pie, then I'll cut your throat.
I can live with that.
Oh, jeez. Dang it. Hi, George. Yeah, I know. It just said 26. How could I have known? Good point. My bad. I'll cover the cost of the pizza. Please, can you give me another chance? These have been the happiest few months of my life. Oh, I understand. My best to your family. Whew. Can't believe I'll never hear that voice again.
Oh, no reason for you to leave now, is there? What we got here? Ooh, mushroom and sausage. What a treat.
When we're done eating, I'm gonna leave, and you'll be all alone again, gasping for breath. So this is at best a temporary solution.
Hey, life is temporary. And right now, it's pretty sweet.
Maybe for you.
see here. Vassar. Wonderful. I'm a Yaley myself. Study abroad. Fantastic. Although, I see here it says you spent your time in Paris and the girls study Spanish. Personally, I'm with you. Viva la France! But maybe you could take a class? Or listen to one of those tapes. One of those language tapes? Yes? So, the position isn't terribly difficult. School ends at 3, violin Mondays, ballet Tuesdays and Thursdays, pottery every other Wednesday, calligraphy every other Wednesday, writing on Fridays. No, it's not too much activity. They're bright. They're exceptionally bright. Now, where was I? Writings on Fridays. Oh, except every third Friday when Sequoia, my oldest and the one with the Pat, yes, we don't talk about that, visits Woody. Woody is our code name for Dr. Green. Dr. Green, the therapist. Even that, though Sequoia is down to once a month, we don't talk about Woody either. Which brings me to my next point. We have several rules we follow for Sequoia. Woody, Dr. Green, the therapist, suggested them, and they seem to keep her, calm. First, when preparing food, use only spices that are white. Never anything black, never anything green, and especially, under no circumstances, ever anything red. She says spices look like eyes staring at her. And Dr. Woody, Dr. Green, the therapist, said that we should treat her fears with understanding. Eyes? What a robust imagination. We may have an artist on our hands, I'm telling you. 2, when the girls are home, we cover the floors. Well, anywhere Sequoia needs to walk, really, with towels. I keep the cupboard stocked, so you shouldn't run out. Sequoia has developed an aversion to our wall-to-wall. She says the bristles feel like spears, tiny spears piercing the bottoms of her feet. And as you can understand, we can't have her feeling like that, so... No, she cannot just wear shoes. No, no, no. That would be insensitive, monstrous even. Imagine clipping a bird's wings or chopping a gazelle's legs off at the knees so that it's forced to leap around on bloody stumps. Woody explained that Sequoia's preferences are part of her nature, part of her very being. So we cover the floors and she gets around the house perfectly fine that way. Oh, and be sure to line each hallway. We don't want her stuck in a room somewhere. 3, when serving snacks and food, don't use the cobalt blue plates, or cups, or bowls, any of the dishware, really. Apparently, she can taste the glass. She says it rubs off on her food. One night, one of the nannies forced her to eat off of those glass plates, and she began choking. The blue from the cobalt was staining her teeth and tongue, poisoning her, she said. She was so upset we let her have dessert without finishing first. I scraped the foil off of those Hershey's Kisses myself. She hates the foil feel, you want to remember. And she calmed right down. Which is, exactly what Woody thinks is best. Yes, yes, I like you. I'm confident you'll fit in here beautifully. Not like that other nanny. Not like that glass-wielding Nazi nanny. That night, she tried to kill my Sequoia. She told me she thinks Sequoia is making all this up. That while I was preparing her prematurely presented sweet snack, Sequoia winked at her. Winked? How preposterous! Sequoia is a gazelle. We are here to help her leap, Woody explained. Winked? Can you believe it? Now, when can you start?
This young man has the whole world to look to Brother Peggy. That's right, Dick. He's lovely. The witch of concentration. You've been Peggy for animations. He's going through his mind. You're thinking about one move at a time. Try not to get ahead of yourself. All of the practice, all of the sacrifice, all of that is gone. And all you're thinking about is this one moment.
Skating. I feel myself, see myself, hear myself. I hear my past. I hear my heartbeat. I also hear God laughing. I think he's laughing because skating around and around on frozen water is something he never thought we would imagine. Frankly, I don't think he thought it through far enough. Maybe we've been around too long if it's come down to ice skating. God made roses, but man made ice skating. My dad says roses have been growing around on this planet for more than 35 million years. That sounds like a long time, but I was skating when I thought about this for the first time. That the dinosaurs couldn't survive, but roses did. I bet God just shakes his head about that one. I'm skating. I'm thinking about a moment when I was 8 years old. It's snowing. It's Los Angeles, and I'm in the backyard wearing a bathing suit surrounded by my father's roses. When he calls his roses hybrid perpetuals, it sounds like he's making a wish. But he loves them more than my mom. I hold each rose to an ear, like earmuffs. Like listening to the sounds of the ocean in seashells, or I can't explain it really. But the roses turn the sounds of my parents fighting into romance. I'm skating. The other little girls would cry when they fell on the ice, but I would just lie there. I'd listen to my weight shift under the frozen water. It sounded like God singing. This one coach watched me skate and fall and sing with God, and she thought it was poetry. But I thought it was heaven. Skating early in the mornings when it's dark out and there's nobody in the stands except your dreams and your fears. That's poetry. I don't dream when I sleep. I dream when I skate. This one dream I'm having is about me. I'm running from something. It's a dinosaur or a judge or a TV camera. Only I'll realize I'm not running it in circles. I'm running in figure eights. So I stop running from the dinosaur and start running from the figure eight. Only I'm running in the figure eight away from the figure 8, and so I never get away. Pushing off one foot to the other, tracing this giant 8 in the ice. It feels like I'm skating along the outside of my grandmother's hips, or I'm stuck to the lips of that guy who keeps staring at me. Picture this. It's an oval-shaped table. A family dinner, the kind where all the food mushes together and makes this quilt of smells that makes you want to vomit. When I get that look in my eye, my coach calls it nerves. That I'm nervous. That it's just butterflies. And when I open my mouth to deny it, all of these butterflies just spill out of my mouth and fly around me in figure 8s. So, for the next 4.5 minutes, I chase these butterflies. I'm jumping, I'm turning, I'm leaping, I'm spinning. Turning my fear of the figure 8s into something beautiful. Heartbeat by heartbeat. Like a rose in the snow. Like a wish. Like romance. I'm skating. But I can hardly breathe.
Hold this, here, take it, hold it, take it. No, he says, take it, put it with the other ones. No, he says, they aren't alive, he says. Don't think about that, they're sleeping. They are not sleeping, he says. Their chests flutter when they sleep. Listen, I can't pay someone to do it. So do it, take it, hold it. So she holds it in her right, cream, yellow puff fuzz, orange pencil point beak. Its chest does not flutter when it sleeps. Voices are banging behind him, commercial people making their commercial, and the loudest voice among them all, his mother's. We only have 9 more! Try not to give them all heart attacks. But not all die from heart attacks, only 2! Most of them die from the heat of the commercial lamps. Baby chicks get back in sunlight and moonlight and infrared light that does not exceed temperatures of 70 degrees. Baby chicks cannot survive 800 watts of stage lighting! So she holds it in her right hand. She thinks of an infrared light. The black X's who draw on all the eggs before they're gonna hatch. The pickle jar lid filled with marbles and drinking water. Marbles keep the chicks from drowning. The new velour sofa his mother ordered after she was told how much the agency would be paying her. He hears a man's laugh behind him. A pointy pickaxe laugh. It got cooked. This must be how they make chicken nuggets. It's not funny. She contemplates her son with the frames of her Ray-Bans. This might be the first time it occurs to her. He might be gay. Not funny. So, she takes the cardboard box lined with newspaper. She puts the dead chicks inside it. Lined with newspapers. Not funny! Takes the dead chicks. Make sure its heads are aligned with one another. He walks towards the house. Startled, he trips on a lightning cable. 12 yellow puffs soaring through the air in fuzzy arcs. 12 yellow puffs of bird hit the concrete almost noiselessly, but not pat. They bounce slightly. All chicks hit the concrete. All of them! Silent. He steps away from the dead chicks. He walks over to the water spigot, retrieves a metal bucket, fills it with water and bleach. He thrusts his right hand into it, grabs an iron brush. He scrubs. Metal in his throat. The taste of fear? He scrubs. His mother shouts his name. He scrubs. He scrubs.
Larry thinks this whole show's a fake. He says the guy's just an actor and all the crocs are trained.
I told the man, you can't train a crocodile. It's not like some poodle you can teach to ride a bike. It's got this reptile brain, 1,000,000 years old. All it knows or wants to know is whether or not you're juicy. Anyways, this guy's really going on about it. Amazing! Look at the size of those teeth. But then he just, turns away and...
What?
What's the matter?
I'm listening.
You're not eating your steak.
Oh. I guess I'm not.
Why not?
I'll just eat my corn.
What's wrong with the steak?
Nothing. I'm sure it's fine.
Then eat it. It's good.
I'd rather not.
Why not?
I'm a vegetarian.
What?
Yeah, I don't eat meat anymore.
Since when?
Since we, broke up.
Oh, just like that.
I mean, it wasn't just like that. There were different elements.
Okay, so you break up with me and the next day you start eating tofu?
No, not tofu. Gross. There are different. I did some soul searching. That's all.
Soul searching?
Yes, about a lot of things.
And your soul said to you, no more meat.
Well, you make it sound silly when you say it like that.
Then what? What did your soul tell you?
I decided I didn't want to eat anything with a face.
A face.
What are you doing?
I don't see a face.
Bryn, stop.
I don't see a face.
Okay.
Do you see a face?
No, I don't see a face.
No
Stop.
face.
There are other reasons.
Like what?
I've been reading things.
What things?
Health reports.
You can't believe that
What
stuff.
do you mean you can't believe that stuff?
You can't. One day they say brand's good for you. Want to live forever, eat more bran. The next day they find out bran can kill you.
Okay, whatever. There are diseases you can get from eating meat.
Like what?
Like chlamydia.
That's chicken. Chicken and turkey.
Then mad cow.
Mad cow, that's English meat. This isn't English meat. This is from Kansas or Wyoming.
Okay, well, either way, it's really gross and I don't want to eat it.
No, now you're just making stuff up.
No, I'm not making stuff up.
This is all in your head. Can you just calm down? Lucy! Just stop! You know what this whole thing is, don't you?
What?
Carnophobia.
What?
Carnophobia. It's a word. Look it up.
Carnophobia. No, I'm not afraid of meat, okay?
How do you think this makes me feel?
Look, let's just drop it. I'm done.
No, look, I invite you over, cook a nice steak, set out flowers, napkins, the whole 9 yards.
I appreciate the napkins.
Figured I'll open a bottle of wine, apologize, maybe we'll get naked, be like old times.
Okay.
Then you get all carnophobic on me.
No, let's just try it again.
Throw in my face? Start cataloging what's wrong with everything.
I didn't mean for this to be a big deal. God, I swear I didn't.
Then eat it.
What?
I said eat the meat.
I don't want to eat the meat.
Eat the meat.
I don't want to eat the meat. No,
Eat
stop.
the meat.
I'm not going to eat it.
I said eat the meat.
Stop. No.
Chew. Chew. Swallow. Good, isn't it? Nice and juicy. See? Nothing to be afraid of.
I tried. Tried what? To figure out how to make coffee in your apartment. Why are there so many different instruments and so many different kinds of coffee? And I know you said you really needed Arabic something. So I look in the cabinet and there were 2 bags of Arabic on there. And then I thought to myself, oh Lord Jesus, what if I choose the wrong Arabic? What if the one I choose is totally and just completely inappropriate? I'm just saying, I'm no good with choice. I'm just a normal Folgers and Mr. Coffee kind of girl.
It's an adventure. I can handle this deli coffee.
Well, Did you know that James kind of sort of got into decorating and got in his head to paint the dinner another color? He brought this cute little book home of colors, and it stumped me, totally stumped me, because any room I've ever lived in has been white.
Do you know what they call this in France? Bibi Dijon.
And what does that mean?
Cat piss.
You're just some coffee thing, aren't you?
Oh yes, but buddy need to do some importing of beans from France to Morocco. Oh, it's interesting business. Can't go back to this stuff after you've had Marrakesh mud.
So that's where we were last Christmas, right? Morocco?
Ooh, customs nightmare.
I bet. Yeah, Mom, she was just so happy you were spending Christmas in Casablanca. She just kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And then James and I got a little, I don't know, I guess Christmas in Baltimore doesn't have the same ring to it.
It was an interesting Christmas.
Yeah, our Christmas was pretty interesting too. Everybody but me got stressed out. And here I thought I have 2 weeks off from work and I'm just gonna spend it in my baby den. That's the color we came up with. It's kind of strawberry raspberry blend to it. It's loud but warm, James likes to say. I really didn't do much sitting.
Well, you know, when I was in Casablanca for 2 months, customs nightmare and all that, but don't worry, darling. I had the exclusive company of a half Moroccan, half Swedish ballerina named
And where might Miss Tamir ballerina be now?
Probably with her husband.
Did you talk to any doctors?
No, I got thrown in the ICU.
Oh, really? And here I thought you would have vetted the entire nursing staff by now.
Please.
At least the pretty interns.
Please.
Or at least the exotic looking
Lay off
ones.
it,
I'm
Louise.
just saying. You can chop every last coffee bean out of Africa, but you can't get the lowdown
I
from
got
a
the
doctor.
lowdown.
And you're acting like it's some kind of top secret information. What does the doctor say to you?
Seems I was interrupting rounds. Interrupting the speech.
Excuses.
The interns. They looked at Mom like she was numbers and twos.
Because she's not their mom.
I got the Peruvian doctor to talk to
Oh,
me.
really? Let me guess. Is it the one that smells like vanilla?
He smells like Bayro. The good kind, might I add.
Who cares what he smells like? What did he say?
He wasn't going to say anything. I was talking about, you know, the businesses that I manage in Lima. Oh, he came around.
Oh, does Peru have coffee too?
They do, but not very good. The bands, you know, that I manage in Lima? I was talking about that he was interested. That's great. I appealed to him as a daughter.
To who?
The doctor.
This world music thing, I didn't know much about it.
Oh, I made a lot of business.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. You were never the musical one, I was.
Forget that. The doctor, I was telling him how Mom, she raised us on a nurse's salary and put us both through college. And how when I was 25, I sold my first company for $3 million.
And what did you tell this Peruvian doctor about me?
That you're a principal of a big high school in Baltimore.
I am an assistant principal of a junior high school, and it is not that big of a deal. But do you know what I want to talk about? What he said about Mom. What did he say about Mom?
Oh, he stabilized her, controlled the clotting. She'll be out tonight.
That's all you have to say. That's better than what I was thinking.
Better than what? Oh. I never thought of it like that. I'd be weird without her.
You know Mom, she always pulls through.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry for the way I talked to you earlier. This is just a really tough time for me.
Of course. I mean, what's this like for me, right?
So that's the point, right?
Of what?
Of your life? That it's like nobody else's, I mean, right?
No. I mean, my life is exciting. It's exciting to me.
So everybody else's life is what, boring?
No, I'm saying that my life is exciting to me, and I hope that yours is exciting to you.
No, you don't. Look, I am just fine with my suburban life, and my husband, who just happens to be plain Irish on both sides of my children, and my big mortgage, and my ever-growing debt, but you judge me. Ever since college, what did you want to do? Just get far away from Mom and me.
Well, then let's go see her.
I don't want to see Mom. I want to have this conversation so you can just admit to me how you're feeling.
Admit what? Admit what, Louise? Admit that I'm afraid of everything that constitutes American life. Admit that I'm afraid of big houses that you can't afford, or children whose orthodox you can't afford, or a wife, or a husband who as much money as you make motherhood, fidelity, matrimony, lawn maintenance? Yeah, I'm afraid. I don't judge you. I envy you.
What are you talking about?
You don't get it. Think about it. I'm a postcard. Blank on the back. Waiting to be filled in. You live the life. I avoid it.
You're just being dramatic. You know I didn't mean it like that.
No, you did mean it like that. You're always apologizing when you don't even mean it.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way about your life.
And you want to help?
Of course I do.
Well, listen. The doctor, he said, Mom's never going to be able to live alone again.
I'm already taking care of that. I'm renovating the room over
No.
my garage and James and
Let me take Mom.
Excuse me? To freaking Casablanca in Peru by the way of your conglomerates? The answer is no!
Give me a reason to stay.
Forget you, Cecilia. I'm renovating the room anyways. Look. Being the bigger sister is a little hard sometimes, alright? But we can go back to your apartment and you can make me some of your Marrakesh mud and show me how to use all your coffee machines and we can talk about it. Deal?
Deal.
I'd like a glass of water, please. I suppose most people ask for a phone call right about now. But I usually answer first ring. It's not like it's a good time to answer the phone anyway. You just started asking me questions. I know, it's dreadfully cliche. I drive an SUV and I own a cell phone. My son Ian continuously tells me, "You're gonna get cancer of the ear, Mom." Very precocious. Everyone always says I'm too young to have a second grader and a production company. Look, to them I say deal with it. Ian recently drew a school drawing for the newspaper. It was a picture of God's throne in heaven. And next to it, there was an answering machine that said, "Hello, I'm God. I'm everywhere right now, and I can't come to the phone." He has this little Unitarian friend named Kevin. Listen, have you heard anything about the people in the minivan? No, the people in my ambulance didn't know. Of course I'm concerned. I'm concerned and troubled. I drive an Escalade. My husband calls me the demigod of Wilshire Boulevard. And I know the emissions and the global warming and the gases. I've heard it all before, but I'm sorry. I spend a lot of time in my car and I need to be comfortable. Bob Redford is an environmentalist, and he drives an SUV. No one gives him any attitude. I wear a headset. No, it's not hazardous. I mean, I guess, considering the situation, you could say it was momentarily hazardous, but I wasn't the car running the red light, okay? My job depends on my availability. If you could see the state we're in right now, the amount of projects we're juggling, it's insane. You wouldn't believe it. The point is, I answer every call because every call is significant and important. My husband would say significant. He has this thing where if I say I'm feeling weary or strange, he'll say range. He thinks it's really funny. He always says there should be a word for that. Instead of my using only 2 words. What do I remember before the crash? Well, it's hard to explain. Because you're gonna think I'm crazy. Well, I was driving in my car and the phone rang. No caller ID, so I assumed it was my husband. So I clicked and I said, please tell me you didn't forget about the soccer game. Because he always forgets about the soccer game. Only it wasn't him. There wasn't any voice. It was like a hum. A song. Only not music. It was like a feeling. If you could listen to a feeling, that's what I heard. And I knew that was God calling on my phone. I knew it. This was God. And I just listened. It felt so wonderful. I was happy and sad and euphoric and anxious. Every emotion you could possibly feel at the same time. No, I'm not taking medication, no. I know how this sounds, you just gotta listen to me. No, please, I know how this sounds. Do you imagine how idiotic I feel telling you that I spoke to God while driving down freaking Santa Monica Boulevard? Please tell me, has there been any word on the condition of the people in the minivan? Here's the thing. If it was God, why did he call at that exact moment? Why did the minivan run the red light at that exact moment? Why did I only get scratches and the other people? Why would he do that? Why would God? No! God, no! You answer it! I'm scared and alone. There should be a word for that.
his story, and when he was done, they thanked him for sharing. And then this woman began to give another presentation about essential oils and aromatherapy, and he just stood up and said, "Forget this!" and walked right out the door, and I went after him. Because he was a mess, this kid, only 24 years old, doing a lot of cocaine, which I've never done, but it struck me that someone with 2 brain tumors probably shouldn't be doing. But we went and we got a cup of coffee, and I just remember him being so frustrated, because he was telling me that he'd been sick his entire adult life, and that everything I'd gone through, he'd gone through it twice. And that's just really something I can't really imagine. But I gave him my number, and I didn't think I'd see him again or that he'd call. And the week after that, I went back to the group because honestly, I can't help it. And there was a woman there who was about 14 years out. 14 years, and her thing was raw meats, but 14 years, and it just made me so hopeful to know that she existed. And the week after that, he called and he told me he had met this woman who walked 40 floors to get out of the World Trade Center, and that she was still pretty bad, but that she'd been going to this group in Brooklyn, and he'd been going, and he thought that I should go, and that it'd help me too. So I went, and honestly, this World Trade Center thing put me off just a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure what they went through was just absolutely terrible and traumatic, but the odds of them having to flee another burning building were a little less likely than my cancer coming back, is all I'm saying. But I went, and the best way I can describe it is, it's kind of like a big old loft in Brooklyn with no furniture, but lots and lots and lots of candles, and some kind of spices burning. But you walk in, and you get your blanket, and you just kind of lay there on the floor with a lot of people you don't know. And the leader, well, the guy really, he gets up and he puts this CD in, and it's the sound of bells and pretty sounds, and he talks over it and says things like, "Here and now in this room, you and you are safe, you are fine." Over and over again, like one does with a hysterical child. But honestly, I don't really listen. I just like the bells and the burning spices. Being here helped. It worked. I like being on the floor with all these people I don't know. And maybe it working was nothing more than just nap time at preschool, you know? Like a timeout for comfort. But it was just really the one place where I was just allowed to be over it. The treatments and the therapy, it was all just aggressive coping. Even professional people, therapists, when you go up to them and you tell them how scared you are, they just want you to make a list of things you can do instead. Go jogging. Hey, take a bath. Go get a puppy. How many more treatments, how many more different kinds of food do I need to take? The entire time I was sick, people just expressed their concerns to me in the form of constructive questions. What can you do? What can we do? And that was so nice and all, but what I really wanted was for someone to just stop. Just stop for a second and just say that this sucked. This really, really sucked. And it did then, and it still doesn't help. The best way I could just explain being over cancer is, it's like that movie Halloween. You know that movie. The boogeyman is just so bad that nobody can kill him. And they keep putting needles in his brain and in his body, but he won't die. But then Donald comes in and starts shooting the boogeyman a bunch of times in the head, and he goes flying through the window and lands on the lawn, and he's looking pretty dead. So the heroine, he breathes a sigh of relief, but he can't yet believe it, so he looks again. And the boogeyman's not on the lawn anymore. He's gone. And I guess that's my fear. The fear that they didn't really kill my cancer. That it will come back. That there will be a sequel.
Do I look scared? Hand me those socks. You know, I'm not scared. I've proved myself, been through the training, built. I mean, I don't need to tell you. You've seen me through it. Though this has been no easy road, no sir. Lisa, the badge? Lisa, watch the badge. Rely on anyone. You know, they've tried everything to test my courage. Cram me in those boxes with nowhere. Shove me in elevators full of people, all with BO. No deodorant. No, who knows deodorant, huh? Dangling me from high buildings on nothing but dental tape. Boss is stronger. Then cover me in snakes and spiders and then dolls, very shape and size, none of which could close their stupid eyes. Shoes. Then sent me to a Yankees game. On the most crowded day of the year, without a seat. They made me sing a cappella, without a toot to even set me in key. Then set me out into the Atlantic with nothing but a teaspoon to push my way back. I got rickets en route. Made me get a root canal I didn't even need. Sent me out of an airplane with a faulty parachute. Made me raw eggs from England. Then beef tartare. Then, to top it all off that night with those flight attendants. You knew about that, right, Lisa? It meant nothing. They're just really good at their job. You know, gin does taste better out of tiny bottles. Put me in a straitjacket,
then brought a mime troupe in, and those Barnum and Bailey clowns that kept sticking their big, fat, red noses in my ear. Covered me in dachshund poop. Doesn't love that. And rat droppings. Then told me about this rabies and plague epidemic in the area. Pants. It seems I'm not wearing any pants. Where did I put my pants? Where did I put? Lisa, where did I put? Lisa? Were you sitting on my pants? I think you were. I think I just saw you sitting on my pants, Lisa. I swear, I just saw you sitting on my pants. But why were you sitting on my pants, Lisa? Why were you sitting on my pants? You know, I don't want you sitting. Give me my pants, Lisa. They're wrinkled. My pants are wrinkled, Lisa, because you smell. Then my badge, Lisa. Where's my damn badge? Where'd you put it? Oh my God, Lisa, your fingers are on my badge. You know how I feel about that. Your greasy KFC fingers are on my badge, Lisa! And I don't even want to start with that. You know, they brought my parents in. Both of them. Oh, you've heard their voices. Told them to berate me in front of the entire squadron, loud and clear. Told them to tell them about my cross-dressing, my bedwetting, my Dungeons and Dragons face, and then my tour with the Jim Jones. I swear it wasn't a cult. It wasn't. And then my brief. It was brief. It was briefly. Don't give me those eyes, Lisa. It was brief. Affair with the goat. How many cases of goat cheese did I have coming to my place after they told me that story? How many? I remember I gave you some. You made a salad. Nice Caesar salad. But did I break then, Lisa? Did a glint of panic even cross my face? Does this look like a face that's panicked, Lisa? No! No, that's what I thought! I'm not afraid. No, never afraid. But I think these pants are kind of tight. Lisa, do these pants look kind of tight to you, Lisa? Tell me the truth. Are they? Lisa, am I bloating? Lisa, am I bloating? Am I gaining weight, Lisa? No, I'm not gaining weight, no. badge, Lisa. You're mishandling it. No, I'm not gonna look. I'm not even gonna look. Just give me the badge, Lisa. Just give it to me. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, my pretty badge.
You're probably wondering, why am I here? What am I doing? Well, you see, my doctor, he said he thought that I don't like being looked at. Which is, I don't. Oh! I don't like crowds. And I don't like public speaking. And I don't like thinking about having an erect. It's just, you know, when you're in public, and there's people looking at you. Yeah. Well, yes. My doctor. He thought it was nudity. The fear of nudity. You know? It's not really off the idea. It's not really on the head. On it either. I mean, I guess. You know, for a while, I went to a specialist. You know those people who deal with people who have disorders? The fears of rectum. Rectums? Am I saying it wrong? Rectum. Well, it turns out when I was going to the specialist, I wasn't there for therapy. They were trying to set us up, me and the specialist, together. It didn't work out. My mother. She thinks I'm crazy. She's crazy. Well, she thinks I'm afraid of flowers. people I'll never have. Yeah, that. She thinks that I'll never be loved. You know, by beauty, that I'll never love it, embrace it, have it, be bowled over by it. You're right, Mom. But I do love your Cherokee roses and the carnations. I do. Well. Oh, yes, why I'm here. Well. Here's to embracing fear. And to love. And wanting to be loved. Oh man, Mom. Merry Christmas. Oh yeah! Why I'm here. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh God, I'm scared. But here's to that, right? Darn. You know, I'm tired of it. Aren't you? Tired of it. Here's to being tired. So, fear, am I right? Oh, it's big. Don't worry, Mom. I won't take them off. Maybe. So I'm alone. Alone. Here with all of you. I'm scared. No. Yeah, no. Not scared. And ready just to say, yes!
That's not.